this episode of Shift. I'm your host, Palmonia Gordon. Thank you for joining us today. Today, I wanted to speak to you about something that is called the language of the universe. There's a special language that the universe and we as individuals speak in, but many people are not aware of it. And I just want to bring it to your attention to see if you have been using it, and if you haven't been, to encourage you to start using it. Like I said, my name is Palmonia Gordon. I have a background in corporate America, corporate Canada. Did over 23 years in the post office before I picked up my bag to go to work one day, and the thought of going postal made sense. I'm a mom of 5, single, not by choice. Been married twice, married the same man 2 times, and realized finally that was costing me more than I was actually gaining. So the language of the universe, what is it? The language of the universe is a means of communicating. It's how we're able to speak to someone without words. Yes, without words. That's what the language of the universe is. If you go and you see someone, whether they're a homeless person, whether they're somebody that's wealthy, unless it's a Scrooge, 9 times out of 10, if you look at someone and what do they tend to do? They smile back. A smile is one of the biggest language of the universe, because when you smile, automatically somebody reflects what it is that you're doing. If you're frowning or whatever, they may tend to move away, look away. But 9 times out of 10, that's why when a baby smiles, you want to reach over, you want to touch, and you want to goo goo gaga, because they're speaking in that universal language that's all gooey and cooey, which brings me to the second universal language, which is enthusiasm. That's what a baby has. Is the baby, and the energy, and the foot's going, and the hands going. And that's another universe, just the enthusiasm that they have. People, we are attracted to people who have this energy, and it's like you can't figure out. You don't know what it is they're doing, but whatever it is, because there's just that energy, you're attracted to it. That's another form of the universal language where you're able to communicate with just by your energy, just by showing action. I think they had this game that years ago came out with, is it Jeopardy? Sort of a Jeopardy, even the TV show Jeopardy. But it's figuring out, okay, what's this person trying to say? Because we don't necessarily speak the same language. And then of course, the third one is action. Now, it's not limited to those 3, but those are the 3 that I'm sharing with you today that I'd like for you to analyze throughout the day for the rest of this weekend to see, am I using the language of the universe? When I smile at someone, do they smile? And we can smile with our eyes. I used to do that a lot. I never used to say hi to people verbally. I would look at them, make sure that we had eye contact, and then I'd nod or shake my head. So there was that acknowledgement that I see you and you see me. That is a smile. Action is the art of doing something. You know me and my books. I'm always talking about books. So 9 times out of 10, I'll be going back to a book of some kind. In the book, The Alchemist, when Santiago somebody had stolen his money, he was lost, and he found himself sleeping in the bazaar, woke up the morning, and after he went to the shop of the crystal maker, and he said, your crystals look dirty. Let me clean them, and then you give me some food. And then he took action. He didn't wait for the guy to agree as to whether or not. He started cleaning. He took up his jacket and he just started wiping them off. And what the owner noticed is that in the process of him doing that, 2 customers walked into his store just from his energy, just with what he was doing was creating a different atmosphere. And that's the universal language changes the atmosphere around you. So if we are not liking what we have happening around us, we may want to tap into the universal language so we can change the atmosphere, create something new, something different. Remember, I need you to give me my thumbs up, like, subscribe, share this video with a friend. If you know someone that's going through and it seems as if everything is going wrong, send this to them. Let them take a minute and find out, am I using the language of the universe in the correct way? Am I using the correct language? Because we know that in life, everything that we do either takes us up to a higher plane or down away from where it is that we want to go. So we have to recognize where we are and change, make the shift. Like the second hand on the clock, we make 60 tiny moves. That becomes 1 minute, and then the minute becomes an hour. See you tomorrow. Join me again. Visit my website, palmoniagordon.com. If you need anyone that needs to do speaking engagement, I am happy to speak, I coach, I write, and I mentor. I love you. God bless you. Have a good day.